Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and if you can't tell, I'm in Fiji right now. We're at Cloud 9. What is Cloud 9? You're going to find out. Lots of footage. It's beautiful, and you'll be able to send your clients here as part of a bigger package that you put together and learn about it here on Insider Travel Report. Thank you for being with us. Please introduce yourself.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for coming and seeing our beautiful little lagoon out in the middle of the Pacific. Yeah, but my name is Burrell, and I'm your host. Yeah.
Well, you're more than the host. Was this your idea?
Back in the day, I opened Cloud9 with another partner, and this has been our project for 11 years now.
11 years. So how did you even think it up? Now, we're on a platform out at the end of a reef. Tell us which reef and all of that.
So we're on the Malolo Barrier Reef, which is only 1 hour from the port of Denarau, which most people would have heard of. And the reef is right on the edge of really deep water. So what's special about our location is we're ringed by reef, but we're very close to some really big surf. So perhaps we can show you that a little bit later.
What's interesting, we're kidding on the way here. It's like, yeah, land to build something like this is expensive, but it's not cheap to do this out at sea either. Let's explain.
Everything is expensive at sea because boats are very expensive. That's for a start. But Fiji is a very, you could say, traditional place. So our area is actually owned by the Vanua of Malolo. And that is the, you could call it, village that has the traditional custodianship of the lagoon where we are. And it's a great privilege to be awarded that from them.
And so you have a lease of, or some permission. You got permission to do this. And then how did you build it?
Well, of course, we got permission for all levels of government and quite a lot of bureaucratic hoops, you can imagine. Yeah. And the idea was originally for a rest stop for those people surfing at Cloudbreak, which was our original location. Less than a year later, we moved down to this location, which was, we think, a better location.
Is it the same facility that you moved, or did you build a new one?
It's the same facility, so it does actually move.
But the other thing is, it doesn't harm the environment. How are we moored?
That's correct. So we do go through some very important government channels in order to get the permission to put down moorings. The reason for that is they survey the area and understand the nature of our business. They understand the best practices that we need to display, just like you would expect in any other country. And then once we have that permission and the consent, which is most important from the traditional resource owners, we can begin. You can put it. So technically, as you said, we are a platform, and we have a very heavy mooring that's on the sandy seafloor.
How does this work? You don't have shuttles. It seems like everything is booked individually. Look, we're going out to 126,000 travel advisors, what's the big picture?
And especially if the audience is travel advisors, the most important distinction is our location, where we are surrounded by island resorts. They're the resorts that are called the outer island resorts here in Fiji. They include icons like Musket Cove and Plantation Island Resort, Castaway, Liku Liku, Tropica, Six Senses. The list goes on and on and on and on. So for those travel advisors that are aware of the Malolo resorts, that's our immediate vicinity. All of those hotels, they all run boats out to us, and they all bring us clients whenever they would like on their boats. So your advisors can tell those guests to book with the respective hotels. We, Cloud9, as a company, have a large ferry called Maximum, which leaves the port of Denarau daily, 9 and 1. That is a commissionable package and is probably very interesting for this audience, because any guests that are staying on the mainland resorts are offered a door-to-door service with our own fleet of buses that allows for peace of mind from the beginning until the end. That package is also commissionable, and it includes a tab while on board, lunch and drinks. So for those details, I suppose we can let you know in the notes.
Well, so we'll give them at the end the URL and things like that they can go to. But so they decide, I want to go there. And what can they do here?
So activities on Cloud 9 are actually more varied than you might think. We really have the most amazing wildlife around us. 7 turtles that literally eat the seagrass underneath us. We are a marine attracting device. So that's to say the platform stays here and doesn't move. So we actually become part of the reef. There's fish all around us, corals, and a coral nursery that we've built in our area for people to explore. We also offer some really great activities. We work with partners to offer parasailing, which is a really great add-on. You can even get a jet ski out here if you're organised.
So it's really the sky's the limit. Whatever you can think of, and you could probably make it happen.
In the water world, yes. People often even flying on seaplanes. It's amazing.
So tell us about what kind of foods can you get here? And drink.
Yeah, well, one of the most important things about Cloud 9 when it comes to food is our famous wood-fired pizzas. We chose pizza for a number of reasons. We have a limited menu on board because we don't want any heated oils. So we've got some really strong environmental best practices that have had us, let's just say, simplify our menu. We have fresh focaccia sandwiches every day, salads, and wood-fired pizza.
And that's all included in the price?
It depends.
Or is there an upcharge?
It depends on the package. So with our package from Port General, yes. But from the outer island resorts, that's just come and pay as you go.
2 things. One, so you heard we go out to a lot of travel advisors.
Yes.
Some of them are booking islands all over the world. Why here and why Cloud 9?
First of all, I think Fiji as a destination is the reason why. You know, the Fijian people are very sincere. And because we're a small island nation, I think people's experiences here are just naturally more authentic because mass travel in the truest sense of the word hasn't come to Fiji in the same way as other countries. So I think authenticity, I think connectivity, particularly from the west coast of the States. Fiji Airlines is an amazing airline. And once you get here, you're seeing something unique, something amazing. That's, a few words I think really about Fiji. Cloud 9, well, I think what we do here is really unique and special. One of the recipes for a good day at a Cloud 9 is you never know who you'll meet. So one of the things that I think I've always been proudest of is that people don't necessarily have to stay in their hotels. There's somewhere to go, even out here in the middle of the sea, in this island nation where there's people from every resort, which means people from every country, old and young, and it's an opportunity to be somewhere truly radical and special, but also make connections, which is...
But it's never the same twice, so you got to come back.
It's different every single day. There are days we have amazing DJs out here, and it's a party. There's days where it's, the family's coming before we open with the kids to enjoy. So there's really a lot of different demographics that we do cater for. And
But you did say days. What about nights?
We don't open at night. Yeah. It's mainly a risk issue. Yeah.
All right, well, let's tell them how they can learn more. Where do they go?
The best is go straight to our website, cloud9.com.fj.
Any email address they should use?
book@cloud9.com.fj.
Well, definitely novel. Great to meet you. Great to be here. I'm going to start sampling what you have to offer.
Fantastic. Yeah, we have to get you a Captain's Margarita there. They're famous.
So join us here. This is Alan for Insider Travel Report.